Why, hello, everybody, and welcome to another tech discussion. And tonight we will be talking about augmented reality. So the new DreamGlass augmented reality headset. So this is a little bit of a loose follow-up to a previous discussion that we had, where we were talking about Google's acquisition of North Smart's augmented reality glasses. But today we're actually talking about a headset and not glasses. So we're just trying to, in a way, compare the different experiences as well between an augmented reality glasses and augmented reality headset. And as usual with me tonight, we have our resident tech expert, Jonathan Chen, and we've also got Jeffrey Chan.
Yeah.
So I believe, Jonathan, that you have the DreamGlass AR headset with you.
That I do. This one right here.
Wow, look at that.
That looks very, very awesome.
And it looks very new as well. Did you just get it recently?
Yeah, I just got it this week, and I've been playing around with it.
Is it? Well, I mean, obviously we can't tell, but it does look like it's pretty light. Is it heavy, or is it actually as light as it looks?
It is kind of light. The body feels kind of plasticky, but yeah, it's actually quite solid for what it is.
Okay, yeah. And you've been playing with it, I guess, for a little bit, as you say, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I have been playing around with it. Have been trying out several different features of it, including 3D, which is included in this headset.
Mm.
Cool.
It's kind of interesting to play with, especially on a headset like this size.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I guess, yeah. I mean, we'll get into it, right? But I guess it does seem like it's a different sort of experience from, say, like even, I guess my experience with AR is more just on the phone, whereas this seems to be something that's more immersive in a way.
Yeah, so this is quite different to what North does with their glasses, which is what we kind of call more of a passive AI technology.
Right.
That means it doesn't really get in the way of what you're doing.
Okay. This one is passive, right?
Yeah, more
It's
passive.
So you're just more like an observer.
Yes, correct.
In a sense.
But then AI headset like this one, you could actually play games, you could watch TV shows, movies, whatever you want on it. And you could see it placed in the world where you are.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's definitely not the same as a passive, and quite different to VR, which is virtual reality.
Yeah, so what's actually the difference? I guess I've always wondered, there's virtual and then there's augmented.
Yep, so virtual reality, it practically transports you to another plane, effectively. Like, when you put on the headset, everything else you cannot see. So you're practically not in the reality that you are. Even though you are, it's like you're transported somewhere else.
Right.
And what AI tries to do is it brings what's in that sort of reality in the device and brings it to the real world.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's why it's not virtual. It's actually just augmenting the reality that you see.
Correct. So this one is sort of like AR and VR together, which is why we kind of call it a mixed reality headset.
Okay. So you can actually use it to transport you to a different world if you wanted to.
But not exactly the same. It's still like gaming in the real physical space that you are. Like, you'll still see the table if the table is right in front of you.
Okay.
But, well, in VR, you can't really see your table. You can just walk right into it.
Amazing. Looks
Yeah,
like
that's interesting.
looks really good just even from here. So
Yep. But there are some disadvantages for headsets like this. Definitely.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's just because I guess, you wouldn't necessarily wear it as you would like glasses.
Yeah, definitely
Right.
not.
Not like people know or something.
Yeah, with North, you could like practically bring it anywhere and you can't see. This one, they could definitely tell that you're wearing like some weird piece of glass.
Yeah.
And what they do have as well, they give you what they call blackout shades.
Oh, shades.
Yeah. So this one makes effectively right in front of you dark. So if you're watching TV shows or movies or an experience sort of like the VR, you'd use this. And it would be like quite similar to what you normally have in a VR headset, unless seeing all of the other stuff around you. It's best doing it like when it's dark.
Oh, so you're saying that the shades kind of make it more like VR. Is that right?
Yeah, because it blocks that frontal spot.
Okay.
Yeah, but since this is open, all the light around you like still shines in, so it's not exactly VR. It's mixed reality.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
Have there been any other similar headsets, or is this kind of one of the first ones like
nope,
this?
There are many.
Okay.
Lenovo played their hands with it. They also have like a Lenovo headset. The Lenovo Mirage is what it's called, a mixed reality headset.
Yeah.
And Lenovo as well also had one which connects to a phone specifically for just one type of game, which was a Star Wars game.
Okay. Oh yeah, I think I know that one. That's the lightsaber one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was mixed reality.
Right.
As well as a lot of different brands have mixed reality headsets. Acer has one, HP has one, and even Microsoft's HoloLens is meant to be more AR, like full proper AR, but it's been moving to the mixed reality space as well with gaming.
In terms of like affordability, those ones, I guess they're more high end, isn't it? Like,
well, if you're coming to something like this, yeah, it is still kind of high end.
Yeah. I mean, how much would this one cost you? A few hundred?
Yeah, this one would be about 400 US.
Okay. Yeah.
Meaning not cheap.
Yeah, not cheap.
But but as mixed reality glasses, they tend to be cheaper than full proper virtual reality.
Right.
Like if you look at like the HTC Vive, the Vive Pro, it's like $2,000, $3,000 Australian.
Wow. And that's a VR one.
Yep, but at least that one has proper VR and 6 DOF tracking, where this one does not. Effectively, you could add 6 DOF to this, but there are versions of this with 6 DOF, but they are much more expensive.
Yeah.
And 6 DOF actually stands for directions of... Yep. I lost the word.
Directions of something.
Yeah.
Actually, what are we seeing on the screen here? Is this the newer version of...
Yeah, that's the DreamGlass 4K.
Oh, yeah.
So, what's your one? Not 4K?
This is called the DreamGlass Air. It practically looks like... practically similar.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Similar. So...
It's a lighter version. Or...
Yeah, this is the lighter version of it.
Yeah.
Definitely lighter.
Yeah,
Yeah, it says combining the virtual world with the real one.
the base
Or
one.
freedom. I remember the word. Freedom.
Freedom.
Directions of freedom.
Freedom.
So DOF means directions of freedom. Meaning, if you're looking at an axis, up, down, left, right, forward, backwards.
Wow, look at this.
Yep.
USB. It's got USB. Yeah.
Connectivity, Android, PC, USB.
Yep. So effectively, you could actually screen mirror your phone
Samsung.
to the device itself.
Oh.
The phone screen mirroring doesn't tend to work too well though. So another app is required to connect it to the headset.
Right.
Yep.
And that I found kind of annoying because it's not like a Chromecast type of screen share, and it's not a standard screen sharing service.
Dreamworld.
Yeah, that's the company.
Chinese.
Yep.
Team of AR enthusiasts.
Wow.
And it comes with this humongous thing where it actually connects to. It's a remote.
The remote.
Yep.
Wow, that looks really good.
So it connects to the, okay. So you said it connects to the phone, and I guess just now I think on the screen I saw also PC, so you could
Effectively, yes. Yeah, you could connect it to like any device to
device.
extend it. For the frame rate, it's still 60 frames a second, so
60 frames.
Not that smooth, I guess.
60 frames.
60. Is it?
that's fairly okay.
That's fairly okay.
That's still fairly okay.
Yeah.
This one I did find annoying. Another negative, it uses micro USB to charge.
Oh, it still uses
micro USB in a time of 2020. That is something which I say no.
Some people don't like micro USB.
The new one upgrades to USB-C, but still, it's micro USB to charge.
Oh, your version is micro USB, is it?
Correct.
Oh, okay. But this one here is
that's the DreamGlass 4K.
Oh, okay, I see. The 4K version, yeah.
Yep. So in terms of what I say to most devices now, if it does cost more than $100, Australian or US, I would just say anything higher in price will have to come with a USB Type-C in 2020. Otherwise, they will say that that is not a good deal.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yep, a micro USB charger was practically a killer in terms of pricing.
Okay. Any other complaints you have? Other than
I do have several. In terms of the headset, the cable is like super annoying with your ear. That I actually had to fully tie it across the ear.
Oh yes.
And above, because if it goes straight down, it like gets super annoying with the side of your face.
Yeah. So in terms of the design,
like straight down. So that part of the design wasn't great.
Yeah.
As well as this is meant to be sort of like glasses. So it actually comes in and out. But if you have this on, I have to take this entire part off to actually just close it properly.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And as well, there is nothing to hold it on top of your head. And this part doesn't fit on your nose. Like, it will have to be higher than where your nose is. So it's not really being held in place properly. So the only thing holding it in place is this part. And you have to make it tight, otherwise you'll have movements and the weight will actually bring it down. That I did not find too good, because I kept having to shift it back up every once in a while so I actually see it straight on. So even if it did have like 6 directions of freedom, if you move around a lot, the whole headset will move. You'll lose the positioning.
I don't know, take off the front bit. Take off the
front bit. You mean the shade?
The shade.
The shade.
The shades?
Yeah, let's take that off for a second. Okay, that looks pretty cool. That
It
looks
does.
like it's a mirror, but you can see through it, right?
Yeah, you can sort of see it. So if you're watching content, you'll see it coming through here. And let's see if we could get this up.
Yeah, get it closer. Yeah, that looks really unique. So we can't see through it. We just see a mirror, so to speak.
Yeah.
But you can see through it, I think,
So it's
from the inside, right?
Yep, on the inside, yes. But you probably can't see it too
Oh, yeah.
well.
Well, inside is black. Interesting.
Yeah, because it's not on. If I turn it on, let's see what you can see.
Oh, yeah.
You still could probably see it because the actual projectors are on the inside. Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
You can see it.
A little bit. The projectors, yeah.
Yep. So the projectors are practically just two big projectors.
Yeah.
So it's one of the easier ways of doing the augmented reality. Just a projection mirrored onto the front screen. So even this part here.
Oh, you can take it off?
Yeah.
Show us the other part. Oh, that's without the thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you probably can't see that too well.
Wow,
but
this is really advanced stuff.
That is humongous projectors just filming right onto the display here.
Yeah.
And this one is just magnetic. It just pops right in.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah. But it's actually one of the easier ways of doing the augmented reality.
Yeah.
The ones that Focus does is like even more advanced, which is why it costs a lot more.
Ah. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yep. And this thing powers the entire thing.
It's like a remote, is it?
Yeah, it's like the remote, but it also carries the battery and the processing.
Oh, okay.
So in this unit here is a full Android device.
wow.
I see. Interesting concept.
Yep. But it's not like proper Android or Android TV. It's a custom version of Android.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So for a custom version of Android, they can't get the Google Play Store, so they use the Aptoid market.
Mm.
And that's a third-party marketplace for Android apps.
Okay.
Mm.
And in terms of like content, I mean, where do you get content from?
The contents, the Aptoid marketplace. So it's similar to Google Play, but without the proper security of Google Play.
Right.
But a lot of third parties, or even those who use other versions of Android, all use Aptoid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some don't want to use the full Google Play Store, or they're in like China and they can't use Google Play anywhere. They have to use a different version.
Mm.
So yes, this did come out from China.
Yeah, I think as we saw on the screen, the founders were all from China, right?
Mm-hmm.
And did it actually launch on Indiegogo? I saw. Was it Kickstarter?
It launched on Kickstarter. The new version is on Indiegogo.
Oh, right.
Oh, Kickstarter, yeah.
Did you actually pledge for it?
I did, yes, which is how I got it.
Oh, okay. That's how you got the one that you have now.
Yep.
Right.
There was sort of an early version before the DreamGlass 4K.
Mm.
It's
But from what I've seen so far with the DreamGlass 4K, it does carry the same sort of feel and look. And even though they have changed it to USB-C now, that we saw in the connections, the overall like problem with the headset is still there.
Yeah.
Like even if they add the 6 directions of freedom it will still probably like
Mm.
drop down on your head because there's nothing holding it up.
So the form factor is still a problem. Yeah.
So what like VR does, they have like another overhanging part.
Oh, yeah, over your head, right?
Yeah, to over your
Yeah.
head. Actually, maybe the Oculus.
Oh, wow, you have the Oculus.
The Oculus is VR.
Yeah, the Oculus Quest, or this is the Oculus Rift, the original Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
This does have the 6 directions of freedom and everything as well.
Yeah, it does
Proper-
have something above there. Yeah,
Yeah.
over the head.
This part here is like
Yeah.
a carry handle as well.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, this actually helps. This part here already helps with keeping it on your head and keeping it level. Without that, I think it wouldn't have kept level.
Yeah, but I guess they have to find a balance, isn't it? Because if they introduce that, it might look a little bit more bulky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, if they just have it like that, I cannot really think it's too good if it just drops.
Yeah.
Let's play a bit of this video.
This is for the right. So this is actually the one that you have. The Air.
For the
The Air.
DreamGlass Air.
All right, let's see what it. I don't know.
Introducing DreamGlass Air, the world's first portable AR private theater. Have you thought your phone screen is too small? DreamGlass Air works with any phone to play any content on a 100-inch UHD screen privately. The unique foldable design is compact enough to take on the go. Wherever you are, the stunning fantasy dream world is always within reach. Put on DreamGlass Air. You can watch a movie, catch the game, or switch seamlessly to a phone app. While you're traveling outside, dig into any seat in first class and make time fly. Back to the office, it can boost your productivity and bring your ideas to life. With DreamGlass Air, you can entertain yourself in complete privacy, totally hands-free. The user-friendly design of it will keep you feeling comfortable even during long viewing sessions. In your spare time, you can also watch your favorite TV shows and enjoy the breeze it brings to you without holding the phone. Multitasking in a futuristic way, you can even cook with the help of augmented reality. And DIY jobs will be easier with hands-free visual help. Gamers, get ready to play your favorite games in a completely new way and have a glimpse of the future by wearing the DreamGlass Air. See the world without boundaries and join us in an innovative new world where dreams come true. Back our campaign today and start your journey into the dream world.
Oh, that looks very good.
Looks
But
very
from-
sci-fi.
Yeah, but from what you can see in the video as
Look at
well, is that was the first revision.
Yeah.
It's not the newest revision that they have, which I have here. So the design is like completely different to what that is.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Even the remote is like a completely different, and the case that they gave us was not in able shape.
Mm.
Right.
But yeah, when it comes on Kickstarter, it's usually just a prototype anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
And from what I could see in the video, I don't think that was like proper anyway as well, since there is no strap on it.
Mm.
And if I try without the strap, it just clearly just falls straight down.
Okay.
So yeah, that
So that's Photoshop. Photoshop, man.
probably yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, in that video as well, it talked about gaming.
Yeah.
That is something which I did find problematic in that as well. So in the gaming space, usually you want to see what is happening straight away. But if you're going from gaming like from a PS4 or on a phone, it seems to be behind in frames.
Oh. Lagging.
Yeah. So in terms of what I saw so far, it's like 30 millisecond difference, but sometimes it could be more.
Yeah.
But in terms of gaming as well, if you're trying to actively shoot or even play a game in real time, even a 1 millisecond difference is quite big.
Yeah.
So gaming with the headset is not a great experience. They probably could fix it during a software update, but at the moment it's not a great gaming experience because it's slow to respond. Because if I'm trying to action something, I'm seeing it late, so I cannot perform it in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing like with other people, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It gets annoying.
Yeah. So
I actually haven't tried it with the drone yet.
the drone.
Yeah.
Drone. Wow.
Because you could connect it with the phone. And as you can see, that one,
Yeah.
they were flying a drone with it.
Oh yeah.
So you already could see what the drone sees using your phone, and that just expands what your phone sees.
All right.
But
yeah, in the video there were a lot of other applications as well. I saw there was someone who was using it to draw stuff on his tablet.
So that is a proper application that it can be used for.
Yeah.
Or other than for fun, right? You can use it for that. Yeah.
Yeah, so those are proper forms of an AR experience, so not just the immersive one. So that's why we call it mixed reality. It's a mixture of both the virtual reality space, not full virtual reality, and bits of proper augmented reality. So you could still do AR stuff, because those stuff is definitely just AR.
Pure AR, right? Pure AR.
Or more of the passive AR. But this is trying to do it in applications or gaming. So it's sort of like a do-it-all sort of device, or it tries to be.
And the one that you have, because you said the new one is 4K, so what's your one? Less than 4K, I guess.
Well, that's the interesting thing about this one. During all of like the different revisions, this was eventually upgraded to 4K as well.
Oh, okay. So it's also 4K, but
yeah,
but it's called the Air. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people would have started receiving the DreamGlass Air in the last month.
Yeah.
They got it a bit late because of a lot of problems with shipping.
It always happens, right, with Kickstarter projects.
Not only that, a lot of shipping companies thought this big thing was a humongous battery. And batteries like FedEx and DHL, they don't like big batteries being shipped. So
flammable.
Yeah. So even though I was an early backer, this thing was held back for so long. So I knew it was coming, but I got it so late that other backers got it even before me.
Wow.
But I finally got it. But the shipping problem was problematic.
So I guess at the moment you obviously they haven't released it right out to the public yet in stores. I mean, where you can just buy it.
Well, no.
Not yet.
It seems to be just at the moment just for the backers who back the project.
Yes.
And the DreamGlass 4K isn't fully out yet either, since that is on Indiegogo.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. So I mean, in your opinion, then you think it's ready? Like this technology, this AR headset, is ready for ready for mainstream use, based on what you've experienced. I know you said gaming wise, it's not really good experience so far because of the lag.
Yep. Which they probably can fix during in updates, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, it's an okay device, like a good introductory into like sort of AR.
Mm.
but definitely not for everyone. Not yet. Like, eventually, I think a lot of people will start to be using AR as a passive use, like what Focal Spy North is trying to do. But at the moment, this type of AR, mixed reality, is definitely more for those who want to use it, or the enthusiasts who know how to use it, or they have particular applications that they want to use the augmented reality for.
Yeah.
But definitely not for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, and there's still some stuff which they still do not do well, and they still have to refine it more.
So I guess it's a good introduction, right?
Yeah, it's a good introduction.
Yeah.
But
But
the only problem with the introduction for this one is they don't have like the full app developer support on it. So effectively they're limited to what Aptoid gives apps to use. And Aptoid is also used in third-party phones, which you could just put onto just any Android device. It's like a third-party Play Store, so it's limited to what apps are on that store as well. And most of them are not designed for augmented reality.
Oh, okay. So you're saying there's not enough, I guess, developer support to develop specifically for this device.
Yep. Or like a combined store where a lot of developers could use similar augmented reality types to eventually a lot of companies could create competition devices using a similar augmented reality store or platform. Which is what I think Google is trying to do with their acquisition of North.
Right. So you foresee a competition moving forward, I guess, Google moving into this space, or other companies?
Yep, other companies moving into the space, and hopefully a combined store particularly for AR. Because at the moment, there is no central store for augmented reality.
Right. It's just kind of what you said, toy app store. Which is
it's just like
specific.
General apps.
Yeah, not specific for AR.
Yeah, like you could get Facebook through Aptoid and YouTube through Aptoid and TV series shows, Puffin TV on the headset. But those are things that you could get in Aptoid as well on even the Oculus Quest.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But then the Oculus Quest at least has developer support, and they do have a store specifically for Oculus, which is also combined with the Steam store. Because Steam has VR apps that could be put onto the Oculus. Okay. So at least there is that inter-company connectivity. Like they're different companies, but they have that same connectivity.
You mean for VR?
Yeah.
With VR, but not AR so far. Okay.
Yeah, not for AR so far.
Yeah.
Like if you think of the Oculus, HTC Vive, and even Steam's own one, they all can't connect to the Steam store for the Steam VR apps. At least that is a central platform. That is what we are hoping for augmented reality, that there would be a central platform for augmented reality.
Yeah, fair enough. I guess it's still early days. But yeah, so I guess you're saying, they've got the hardware, but yeah, it's down to the developers to do interesting things with it.
Yep. And that's why for augmented reality, the acquisition of North is a big thing.
Yeah, because Google is obviously good, with software-wise.
In terms of software, as well as they are still trying to breach the border of Android and iOS. Like, if you've seen the news recently, Google just gave an olive branch to even Apple with iOS. With the Google One phone backups for free to both Android and iOS.
Mm.
So
Opening
that's
the
like
doors, eh? Yeah.
opening the doors of trying to get to use a phone backup. Like the problem with which I did find with iOS for a long time is they don't have proper phone backups. So when the phone dies, you cannot properly back it up unless you back it up to iCloud, and iCloud costs money.
Yeah.
Mm.
But at least now Google One has that option, and so when the phone dies, you can still keep your data.
Oh yeah, that's good. Don't suddenly lose everything.
Yep, because I know a lot of people with Apple devices where their phone just died and they can't recover the data because their iTunes backup can only be backed up to another iPhone.
Yeah.
So yeah, and since it's not like actively backed up daily or weekly, it can be an old backup.
Mm.
So it's not like up to date. Where Google's one is like actively backing up in the background. Like all my Google photos from one device to another, they're all the same because it's all in the cloud.
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely better. Yep.
Yep. So at least that's an olive branch Google gave to Apple. So.
And yeah, I guess you're saying hopefully something like that will happen with the AR kind of app space where they kind of like collaborate together or something.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that because even before the AR came out, it was all of the watches.
Yeah.
But essentially, like all the Android watches did not have the central Wear OS platform, which they do have now.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because before they had a lot of different like operating systems, Android on the phone.
Yeah.
They were all different.
Yeah.
And now Wear OS, a lot of phones, or a lot of watches use Wear OS, or Apple's Watch OS. Samsung still has their own system for their watches. And there's still some watches who do not want to go to Wear OS. That was sort of a more central way of Android Wear to have a lot of different companies use the same app store for a particular use. So Wear OS, the TicWatch, popular watch company now. LG uses Wear OS. Sony uses Wear OS. The new Google Watch, yes, of course, will probably use Wear OS if it's proper. But a lot of companies, including the high-end ones like Fossil, used Wear OS. It's all the same app store.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a good thing. To pool their resources together.
So what we're hoping for is more of a central store.
Central store, yeah. So I guess you would say at this point, it looks promising though. But early days, hopefully in the future we'll see that promise of AR seeing its full potential. As more and more developers, like start exploring, I guess, more and more of the technology.
Yeah, definitely. The application is already there and the hardware is there now. We just need a central pool of resources. The central platform.
Yep. And I guess if you wanted to be an early adopter of this, then I guess this is not a bad way to
Not
get
a bad
into it.
start, yes, but
Yeah.
still no central application, no core.
Yeah.
You could say the same thing with like Google Home
Mm.
or Amazon or Alexa's, because all the Google Home powered speakers or Alexa powered speakers.
Yeah, sure.
So that's what we call the central platform. So the central platform idea is already there.
Mm.
It's something which a lot of companies can use to go into the space. And if they have a central platform, it's a lot of companies could use the same pool of resources, the same store, the same similar hardware.
Yep.
Oh, there's a cat.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, but in the end, yes. If they do want to get the AR, it's a good introduction.
Yeah.
Not recommended for everyone.
Okay. Yeah, more for the enthusiasts, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Or for the early adopters.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I guess that's a good point to finish. So, yeah, that's the verdict. Yes, if you want to be an early adopter of AR, or if you're really, really into this kind of technology, then DreamGlass Air, or I guess the upcoming 4K version of it, would be a pretty good entry point.
Yes.
Definitely.
All right. So so thanks again for watching this discussion.
Yes.
Make sure to again like and subscribe to our channel.
Yep. Like and subscribe to all of our channels.
Yes.
To all our channels. And
you can leave comments below.
yes.
Yep.
Yes.
If you want us to talk about any other stuff, you could put your comments below. A lot of our discussions are completely unscripted.
Off the cuff, yeah.
Yep. Which definitely shows. So yeah, thanks again. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Yep. Thanks for watching.